John Murray from the BBC. You've been at Manchester City for such a long time now and been a part of it, been a part of this attempt to win the Champions League. And now, when it's so close, what would be obviously so momentous for the club, just give us a few thoughts and how everyone's feeling about it.
Evening. Yeah, I've been here a long time. For me, it's been incredible. The 8 years that I've been here. Had lots of high moments. Obviously, we've been competing in this competition, but we've not been able to win it yet. And this is probably the only little remark that people can give us. But I feel we've been consistent. We've been good in this competition, and yeah, we just need to find a way to win the first one. But yeah, if we would be able to do that, that would be obviously immense for the players, for the club, for the fans. Would obviously be something amazing.
Arlin Sadiko, Art Motion, Kosovo. Coach Inzaghi said that Manchester City is one of the best teams in Europe, and you are the favorites to win tomorrow. But what that X factor has Manchester City to be one of the best teams in Europe? Because you will play 11 versus 11 tomorrow.
Well, thank you to the coach anyway. I think we work really hard to perform at the best we can do, and we've been able to win a lot of games and trophies domestically, and I think everybody knows in this room how we play, how we set up as a team, offensively and defensively, and we're just gonna try and do the same tomorrow.
Hi Kevin, Simon Bajkowski, Manchester Evening News. Obviously there are challenges every season, but given the effort and the disruption of the World Cup in the middle of the season, how satisfying is it for you and the squad that you sat here one game from a treble?
Well, yeah, okay, the disruption is what it is. It's a little bit weird in a way, but in another kind of feeling, it wasn't weird at all, because you come back from the World Cup and you just go on with it. Obviously, everybody has a different feeling towards it, but obviously I'm very proud and happy with what we've achieved as a team. It's been amazing, whatever we've done, and we want to do the next step tomorrow to make it even more incredible. That's the only thing I can really say. We've done really good as a team, and a lot of the players been incredible, so very happy.
Hi Kevin, I'm Jens from the Norwegian newspaper VG. You talked a lot about your chemistry with Erling, but was it love at first sight when you met in the summer?
No. I'm happy with my wife. Yeah. What? Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's something that I don't really can explain. And sometimes you have a feeling with a player, and you understand what he wants, and he understands what I want or what I can do. But yeah, it just clicked really well, and obviously he started scoring at an incredible rate, and that helps, and that settled him really easy in the team. But they've done it the whole year, and even in the last games, he's been really important for us in different ways. So yeah, hopefully he can do what he needs to do tomorrow.
Kevin, Emiliano, TNT Sports Mexico here. How are you? Rodri said to me on Tuesday that you will need a lot of patience tomorrow. Do you see it the same way? What kind of match do you imagine?
Well, I think we understand what Inter is. They're very compact, very good side who play in a 5-3-2 normally. And they always play that system under that coach. The two strikers, they hold the ball up really well, and then they have a lot of runners from midfield and fullback. So, we understand what they are as a team, and they defend incredibly well. So we don't expect it to be an open game. I don't think that happens a lot in the finals anyway. So I think we have to understand not to get too nervous too quickly, and maybe there won't be a lot of chances in the beginning, but we have to try and play the way that we do and be comfortable with our play in the game, and then hopefully we'll find openings and start to create chances and score some goals.
Hi Kevin, I'm Zoltan Marti from Hungary. I'm here. Yes, how do you see the tactical side of the Inter? Because they are generally playing in a 3 centre-back system, which can be a 5 defender system in the defending situations. How hard exercise to the Manchester City to play this kind of style? Because this can be a little unusual.
Well, to be honest, I think in the last 5-6 years that I've played in the Premier League, I think a lot of the lower teams are playing with a 5. Maybe more 5-4-1 formation, but they do it with 2 strikers, what makes it maybe a little bit more different what we used to. But I think the advantage that Inter has at that regard in comparison to teams in England, maybe they play this all the time. They know exactly what they do. They know their system in and out. The players know their roles, and they're very good at it. So it's obviously going to be hard.
Alamin Kerr here. What's winning the Champions League mean for City? Is it a dream or is it an obsession, as someone described it?
Maybe both, depends who you ask. I think every professional player wants to win the Champions League and wants to be at the top with their teams and also individually. So if you can win the Champions League, you've reached one of the biggest things you can do as a player and as a team. So to be able to compete year in, year out in this competition is amazing, because I've been able to compete against the best players in the world and the best teams, and tomorrow we've got a chance to close that if we are good enough.
Hi Kevin, here Mikel Agut from RACU in Barcelona. You were talking before about your 8 years in the club. You played the semi-final against Real Madrid, the final against Chelsea you lost, and then that's the final tomorrow. Do you feel something different? I mean, you and the whole team, this time is their time, your time. Do you feel something different?
That's a question I can answer you tomorrow. I don't know. We lost 2 years ago. It happens. We were not good enough at the day, and you have to accept it. I cannot only take the good moments in my career as a team, as a player, and say all the bad moments go away. You have to accept it, and you go on. But luckily, we have another chance. We have another opportunity to prove that we are able to win this competition, and we should take it in that perspective, in my mind.
Last 2, please, guys. Sam?
Hi, Kevin. Sam Lee from The Athletic. It's a similar question. In terms of the squad and how they were prepared for the last final, the first one you went to together, and this one now, does it feel any different? Does it feel the same? It would be easy for us to say, oh, well, they learned from last time, now they'll be better. But what does it feel like inside the squad?
I don't feel a lot of difference. Maybe the difference now is that we had to play the final last week. Was a different prospect than we had 2 years ago, where we had a long 2 weeks, I think, in preparation. So maybe that could be a good thing to play a full 90 minutes in a cup game against United. But in my view, how I try to treat myself or prepare myself for a game, I don't want to do too many things too different. It's a more hectic week, I would say, with everything that goes on. But for the rest, I try to maintain as normal as possible.
Last question, please, guys.
Congratulations, Kevin, for reaching the final. Nico Sartis from Live Sport newspaper. I would like to ask you from physical option, if I could say that. We all thought that at the beginning of the season, last August, last September, when the group stages started, that it's going to be a hard season with World Cup in the middle of it. Now you have spent a lot of energy. You're the double winners, and how challenging and how much energy left for you to play this final. June 10. I mean, it's too late for the season. Thank you.
Well, I think everybody will have enough energy for tomorrow. I would say from a physical standpoint, if you're fit, you can play the whole year long. I would say mentally is more difficult than physically, because if you are in a good shape, you can play every 3-4 days. I would say mentally it's more tiring because you need sometimes the rest. But I don't see any issue in tomorrow. You know, if in that kind of occasion, the motivation will be there, the energy will be there from both sides. So, you know, I think after a final, maybe that can change, because, you know, it's basically over the season, and then you can have a drop off. But yeah, no questions in that regard from my side.
Thank you, guys.
Continue with the head coach shortly.